And in South Carolina, while the state's newly passed budget isn't in effect yet, its impact is already being felt. This year, lawmakers didn't include earmarks setting aside money for nonprofits. Victoria Samuels spoke to the nonprofits in the Palmetto State, saying they're already being forced to make some tough decisions.
Across South Carolina, nonprofits say the loss of earmarked state funding is more than just a budget cut. Groups like the Hive Community Circle say it's a threat to vital services. Ashley Oleinka leads the Hive Community Circle, an organization that supports survivors of domestic violence. She says her nonprofit was set to receive $750,000 through earmarked state funds, money that is now gone. Without that funding, the Hive has been forced to slash services, including a 60% reduction in counseling sessions for survivors. They were originally planning to provide 1,100 therapy sessions. Now they say they will only be able to offer 475.
This is being able to provide survivors with hotel accommodations where they're able to stay in a hotel for up to 2 weeks, transportation, grocery assistance, utility assistance, basic needs, but also counseling, mental health services, where we were able to eventually plan to provide 1,100 sessions to survivors. We're now having to cut that by 60% and only be able to provide 475 sessions.
Over at the Wiley Kennedy Foundation, Executive Director Gwendolyn Singletary says they're also taking a major hit. She tells us not only will they have to lay off staff, their earmarked dollars helped them fund health education, youth programs, and job training like cybersecurity certifications.
It's going to cut out my healthcare programs at this juncture. It's going to also impact my programs for job training, cybersecurity and others. It's going to cut those two things out, which is so crucial to what we do and what we need in our communities. We are hopeful we can still continue to do some things with our young people. That's really kind of our major priority. But our health initiatives, our job training opportunities at this juncture will be gone.
And at Homeless No More, the loss of $500,000 in state funding could stall construction at Edgewood Village, a $10 million housing and childcare project in Columbia.
We're having to take a step back and decide, do we cut the units of housing? Do we cut the square footage of the child care center? Obviously, we're going to have to identify different funders. The disappointment is that everyone else had come to the table. It was a show of recognizing a need, affordable housing, and safe, clean child care services for vulnerable families who need to be employed. They need to work, and they can't do that without child care.